Falling! Oh, I'm fine. Welcome back to Let's Play BIONICLE the game. Today, we're taking on Onua Nuva's quest. So, Onua, dies in water. I don't remember reading that on bionicle.com. Also, a fun question mark fact about how well designed this game is. This level's music does not start until you reach this point. Silence until then. There are 100 light stones in this level, and the target is 0. You get no reward for getting any number of light stones in this level, so far as I know. We'll be getting them all anyway. Man, it's been since level 1 that I got all the light stones. Now, as you can see, this doorway is blocked by like a space diner logo? I don't know. If we stand on this door, stand on this button, the gate opens, but then it closes when we step off. It's time to push rocks. With the power of Onua's Mask of Strength or something, we can push rocks. If you missed those Metroid Prime doors from level 1, well, they're back. Oh no, stalactites falling so far away from me, presenting no danger whatsoever. There are 3 Nuirama here. I'm not sure what the best, positioning for this battle is. No matter what, there's gonna be, either the 2 up top or the 1 over here that you're gonna have difficulty fighting. This button is for that door over there, but first we're gonna pick up some stuff. Specifically light stones, and we're also gonna look at this lizard? I'm not sure what that is, but it's a something. And some rats as well. If you look over here, you can see more features of the environment, like a minecart track that you can't access. I feel like there's some game design rules about that. Huatu didn't come through here. The controls for pushing the rock are, surprise, pretty bad. I don't know if I like it, but I don't dislike it, and it's kind of a nice touch. You can see Onua Nuva has his weapons from his Nuva form, but he keeps his claws from his 2001 form, which you can see when he's pushing a rock. That is a very, Lego Racers looking torch there. I'm still not 100% sure that that's fire, but I'm 90, yeah, that's fire. There's just these crystals that look like fire over here. I actually kind of like this level. I can't say why it's bad. It has a really awful challenge coming up at some point, but there's something I find pleasant about it. Maybe just because it's not a vehicle level. Some hill bugs or something. These guys get triggered when you step over around here. It's a little inconvenient if you specifically came over here to push this rock. They'll disrupt you as you do it. In the Match Nui Online game, it was established that in Onokoro they specifically used light stones for illumination and not torches, because torches attract Kofo Chaga. Here's a new enemy, a Fico spider. As you can see, they hang from the ceiling and drop down when you get near. Speaking of seeing, look closely at the top of the screen and you can see some Fico spiders hanging from the ceiling. Hello. We'll be dealing with those in a moment, but first we gotta get some light stones down here. So this game has adaptive music. It is not well done adaptive music, which is one of the reasons it's hard to tell. Another reason it's hard to tell is because my audio is down low, and also because all the music kind of sounds the same. But it does indeed have at least 2 tracks for every level, whether you're in combat or not. This game's extremely limited camera makes it impossible to see the Ficos on the ceiling once you're on these platforms. There is no, like, first-person view. The safest thing to do, I guess, would be to jump and then retreat before actually reaching the next platform. These scorpions I don't think I mentioned in level 1 are called Nui Jaga. It's supposed to be a little bigger than this, but, you know, not too much. Maybe twice the size. Alright. Surprise, yet another button. So in a normal video game, you'd have the stone would be further and further away from the button, and you'd have annoying obstacles to get the stone over there. The good news about BIONICLE the game, its design is not sophisticated enough to allow for that. It's good to see that they have ventilation in these mineshafts. This light stone here, if you care about getting all the light stones in this level, and there's no reason to, as previously established, remember this light stone. What's coming up is maybe the most frustrating part of the entire game. These are Kane Ra. They're bulls, and as everyone knows, bulls charge at red things. So you can't fight these guys. Ugh. And they have some bounce back, like just from getting near them, they'll push you away, which can be very problematic because, of course, to get by them, you want to be as close as possible, but not so close that they push you away. Two of the Kane Ra will do a charge and then immediately charge a second time. That was the first one that will do it. Is this the second one? Nope. Alright. I told you to remember that light stone. So, of course, this game has a fairly straightforward checkpoint system. You know, where you die, the game remembers a particular point for you to return to. So the game puts you here, but it doesn't remember that this is a light stone you should have picked up. So every time you die over there, if you want to get all the light stones, you have to go back and grab that one. This guy just sort of sometimes doesn't wake up, or wakes up very late. The timing for these is very tight. You want to start moving just as they start to retreat, but not so close to when they start to retreat that you get bounced back by their mere presence. This guy is occasionally asleep too. Here's the second one that does the fake out charge. The bounce back can work in your favor a little bit when you're on the other side, because they'll sort of push you away as they're charging. Alright. The first time I did this recording, I made it this far and died on this guy. Phew! Okay. That's done with. Onua does not seem like a good place for Nuva to hang out, but okay. Alright, this room. First of all, these platforms sink. It's not a problem, just keep jumping. They'll rise back up. In this place, this is one of the few places the auto lock on in this game can be kind of problematic. You can see it shooting up in the air. There are enemies above us, and for some reason wants to preferentially lock onto them sometimes. These, I guess, are the enemies. Incidentally, I guess because these guys are so big, they're one of the few enemies to have the defeat teleport away animation that the BIONICLE have when they're defeated. If you get hit by these minecarts, they will not do damage, but they will push you off into the water below, and so you will die. Because Onua, I guess water is poisonous. It's shallower than he is tall, so I'm not sure how he's dying in it. So yeah, it must be poisonous. Now, we've at last reached the button. Now, if I had designed this level, the door that this button opened would be right here. But it's not. There is a door here, it's just the door we came from. So we made a circle, which sounds like a good gameplay thing, but it's in fact kind of the exact opposite of good map design. Yeesh, these guys are aggressive. Now, we can see some statues of the Lerahk here. Not sure who carved those. I guess they knew that we'd be getting close to the boss. I've been trying to decide if the mask on this door is supposed to represent Makuta's mask or Onua's mask. Because it kind of looks like both. And it's got green eyes like Onua has. Makuta has been alternately depicted with blue or red eyes. I have also seen some concept art. I will post it in a bonus video at some point. By one of the concept art libraries in this game. There is a door with Onua's mask on it. These statues breathe fire sometimes. It's fine. Alright, how are we doing? 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and there's 100! I did it! Alright, here we go. The boss fight with Lerahk. Somehow he got down here. Not sure why. Or where this is, but he's here. Lerahk has one attack, which is those shockwaves, which I guess are his poison power. Obviously you just jump over those. Your double jump can be helpful in that regard. Now, point 2, how to defeat him. Is in this thing, whatever it is, and what we need to do is destroy those tubes attached to it by firing these stones, and these are cannons. I know you can't tell, but trust me, they are. So, the strategy for doing this is as follows. Occasionally, one will open. Rather than waiting for one to open and then pushing the rock into it, what you want to do is go around and push every rock close to the cannon. And then, when said cannon opens the second time, the rock will be close enough for you to actually push it in. There are 2 masks of elemental energy in this battlefield. Also, sometimes the cannons will... There we go. Sometimes the cannons will drop a energy sphere. I think this may be triggered by the masks of elemental energy having been used. So they won't start dropping them until that happens, but I'm not sure if that's the case. As far as I can tell, the cannons initially start opening kind of randomly, but after a while switch to opening in a circle. I guess a clockwise circle. I don't know if there's some sort of trigger that causes that to happen, or if there's some larger pattern I'm just not familiar with, or what. Ugh. You can see the timing is quite tight. I think I'm just gonna skip this and move on to the next one. Okay, so that answers that. It's not triggered by having picked up all the masks, it's just the last 2 or 3 drop energy spheres. I need to be paying more attention to the attacks, and less attention to the cannons. This boss fight is actually quite difficult, or at least it can be. I have ended up, through various circumstances, getting to practice it a lot recently, so it's become pretty manageable. And with that, victory is ours! I bet you're wishing you hadn't put yourself in a boss arena designed specifically to defeat you, huh? Well, that's what you decided to do, and so you were punished for it. Next time, the battle against the Rakshi continues with Liwa Nuva's quest. See you then. So I was looking at Onua's animation here, and there seems to just be a hole right through his body where his mouth should be. You can see the light shining through behind it.